random person, Sab Nino here. Today is a pretty special video. A while ago, I made a community post saying expect a search for Squarepants Sab merch odyssey soon, and here it is. I was just waiting for the Amazon package to ship. Because today we are going to be looking at exclusively search for Squarepants merch. We have 3 things to cover, and I'm going to start off simple by showing off the plushies. First off, we have Spongebob. All these are glow in the dark. I'm not sure how well I'd be able to show that off, unfortunately, but they do glow in the dark. So due to that, the eyes and the mouth have very interesting texturing. Honestly, he looks pretty cute. All the details are correct, which is really cool. This face has been on many different plushes, but it's not a bad face at all. I do like the little highlights in his eyes. And honestly, I love his getup in the movie. The one thing I never understood about the pirate design for SpongeBob is that why does his shoes have like a little flap? Because his shoes look to be like the same shoes that he wears, but they just give it a little flap. So I don't fully understand that decision, but it still looks good though. Let's see if he glows in the dark. Yeah, I can't really see it. Maybe I need a blacklight for this. After recording the rest of the green screen footage, I'm gonna try to do this in my bathroom. Next up is Patrick. Whenever I see this outfit, all I can think of is just him wearing the eye patch as a thong, but he also looks really cool. I appreciate them giving him a real rope. They didn't have to do that, but I appreciate the extra attention to detail. And there is some really good texturing on the hook. Overall, this is a really good textured plush. His arms aren't really that poseable, but I suppose that's okay. But yeah, not much to say. He looks really cute. I love him. Oh, I didn't realize the tag actually shows all the collectibles. Also, apologies for the spoilers. Here's Squidward. His proportions are a little off. He's definitely much shorter than actual Squidward, but honestly, for a plush, it definitely works. I love the tie detail here. Again, they didn't have to go this all out with the plushies, but I really appreciate that they did. And the tentacles have like printing on them. The hand tentacles are honestly most surprising because they managed to have all 4 suction cups on there. The detail on his little vest is really cool and cute. I won't lie though, the head looks a little weird, but he still looks rather adorable, so I can forgive it. And last but certainly not least, the flying Dutchman, the main antagonist of the movie. Once I heard about the story of this movie, I knew for a fact they were gonna go all out with the Dutchman merch, and honestly, I am so happy to be proven right, because he looks really cool. Though I won't lie, the beard is a little weird, especially since you could just do this. It's basically just a sheet. If they were gonna do the sheet method, I would have just sewn it on here so you don't do this, because I don't think you're supposed to do this. But it's kind of funny that you can. His hat looks really cool though, and I like what they did with the ghostly tail. They kind of make him look like he's sitting, but the problem is that these plushies don't sit, so I don't really get the point of that. And here's the back of him. The collar goes all the way around, which is really nice. And we get these little tusk things, which I keep forgetting are even on the Flying Dutchman, to be honest. They did pretty good with the details, all things considered. However, if you want a Dutchman plush, personally, I would recommend the one from Box Lunch. To me, this is the most accurate Dutchman as a plush. Like, it's not perfect. There are definitely details missing, but I think he looks more like the Dutchman than this one. Plus, he's more up to scale with like the rest of my plushies, so that's why I prefer him as well. Now kiss. Mwah. We are adults here, but these are all the plushies, and overall, I think they did a pretty good job. I also really love the glow-in-the-dark gimmick. It's just a shame that I can't really show it off right now. So, I am not sure if this is visible or not, but the glow-in-the-dark gimmick does work. Mainly their eyes and mouths are glowing. If it's not visible at all, then I apologize. But yeah, they look faithful to the movie, and it's cool getting some pirate versions of these beloved characters. Honestly, out of all the gimmicks for the SpongeBob movies, I think this one makes the most sense. Because with Sponge Out of Water, the gimmick was superheroes, and in Sponge on the Run, the gimmick was their origin story at Camp Coral. But here, they're pirates. And personally, I think it's a lot more on theme with the show itself. So I love getting these pirate renditions of the characters. I would recommend this set, or the one at AMC. That one has a Mr. Krabs, so I'm hoping to get those two. Next up, we have these Bikini Bottom boaters. I find the packaging for this movie to be very interesting because it's similar to the Sponge on the Run promotion, where they use basically the same like Diamond Era style guide, but instead of the blue background that they use, like the light blue bubble background, here's this for example. You can see it's light blue and has a bunch of bubbles. Instead, it shows an image of the underworld, which I think is more well-themed for the movie. And on the back, it says Rev Up to Race. And it says, as seen in Search for Squarepants. I believe this is Mr. Krabs' ship that he uses to search for Squarepants. And I believe this one is like a flashback to Mr. Krabs' Navy days, because he is muscular in this. And Spongebob is just riding the Flying Dutchman ship, which is interesting and I guess makes sense. Now I just need to find a way to open this bad boy without damaging the box. I don't even know if that's possible. You can kind of do it? Okay, cool. I was able to get it out of the box without damaging the box. I'm probably not going to keep all of them on display because they're basically the same box, but I definitely want to preserve one of them. Now let's open up Mr. Krabs. Now he's out of the box. And lastly, Gary. I sort of damaged the box on this one, but that's okay. I'm only going to be collecting one of the boxes, and this one was the easiest to get out. Cool. So these are Rev Up to Race. So let's try it. Vroom. Wait, how does this show on the box? I'm a little confused. Is this how you're supposed to do it? Let's try another one. So I wind it up like this, and then do I push it? I guess so. Now let's rev up Gary. It makes sense for Gary to be slow. I'm not gonna lie, I don't fully understand how to play with these. I do it like this, right? I don't have a big enough green screen for this, but I think I figured it out. You just need a lot of momentum. I won't lie, these are pretty cool though. Dutchman ship looks pretty cool. It's basically a smaller version of the Dutchman ship, and the Spongebob figure looks pretty cool as well. We don't really have a lot of muscular Krabs merch, I've noticed. Now that I think about it, we don't have a lot of Barb merch either. I would love to have a Barb plush. I don't know the context of this ship. I know this ship was shown in the movie, but I'm guessing they're gonna show like a flashback, Mr. Krabs' Navy days. And then we have Gary, who is driving Mr. Krabs' boat. And there's like a propeller here, like on most boats, but it doesn't really extrude or anything, so I don't really get the point of it being here, especially since it would have been a cool feature to have that spin. I'm actually surprised they didn't put Squidward and normal Mr. Krabs in here, because honestly, having Gary just drive it looks a little silly. Honestly, if you like cars, or boats in this case, I would recommend this. Time for the grand finale, the Flying Dutchman ship. Look at the size of this. There is no way I'm gonna open this without damaging the box. I wish boxes weren't like this. There's apparently a wind-up feature here. What does this do? Oh, it spins the wheel. That's pretty cool, actually. Here's the back of the box. It says the Flying Dutchman ship, all aboard if you dare. And on top, it says collect them all. And it has the 3 Bikini Bottom boaters we just looked at, and one that I currently don't have, the Goofy Goober plush. Would you guys want me to get that? Feel free to comment below. I'm kind of hesitant because it doesn't speak or anything, it just makes a bunch of noises. And because of that, I dub it a brain rot plush, but it still looks cozy and has like a lot of cool details, so I don't know. I am sorry to all the 10 people who are cringing at me not preserving this box. Sadly, I could not afford 2 of these. As a matter of fact, I couldn't really afford this at all. Oh, it comes with instructions. That's interesting. Yeah, if it wasn't obvious, I haven't opened anything this big in a while. Well, we almost got the ship open. Okay, the ship's open. Same with the back door. Let's cut these open. And lastly, the minifigures. Huh, shockingly, they did it in a way that didn't damage the backdrop. This is such a bitch to open. Just want to get the figurines out. Okay, everything's out of the box. That was more tedious than I thought it would be. One thing that's really cool about this is that it does come with instructions of how to play with it. There's nothing on the back, but there doesn't really need to be anything on the back, so I get it. But we have Spongebob, who is really cool. I do wish there was some more posability on these figurines, but honestly, they get the job done really well. Patrick is just scared for his life, and he also has a lot of nice details to him. Same with Squidward. I really like the shirt texture and like the hair texture especially. The Dutchman has this very interesting glowing effect, but I think they did a pretty decent job with him here. And I love how he's a figure and not just an image slapped onto a piece of cardboard, which has happened in the past, mainly in the Jack Specific line, but I am grateful we are past that point now, and we are getting full-fledged figures of the Dutchman. And we also get 2 new characters. This doesn't look like a character. Maybe I'll be proven wrong in the movie, but their name is Pipe Monster. There's also this thing, whose name is just Lobster Monster. You get 3 bullets. Unfortunately, I lost one, but I'm sure it'll come up eventually, and I think you're supposed to do this. Actually, let me look at the instructions. Oh, I pushed the eyeball. Oh. That hit me right in the chest, but that's really cool though. Yeah, honestly, the ship looks great. It is interesting how it has this little eye though. It also has this rock and move feature. It's very subtle, but I do really love that attention to detail. There is a gimmick where you put the Dutchman up here, and he's meant to light up, but unfortunately I do not have the batteries, nor did I know that this came with batteries. So unfortunately this is a batteries not included set. Oh wait, it does have batteries. The Dutchman doesn't want to stand though. Oh, there we go. He has like a peg. Let's try to turn off the lights for this. Yeah, he kind of has like a glowing effect here, which is really cool. I really like the glow-in-the-dark gimmicks for the Search for Squarepants line. I think it makes perfect sense. One thing I appreciate about this is how there's a lot of pegs, so you can place them on here and not have to worry about them falling. So now you could just have SpongeBob or anyone else drive the ship and have the steering wheel go wee. It's hard to see, but there's like a shrimp creature in here. I hope I'm getting it out right. I hope I'm making it out okay. And you can put a monster here, and now they're just hiding, which is really cool. I really love the rocking motion of this ship. And on the other side, we have this. There is a plank. It's kind of hard to get out, so I don't really understand why they put it here, but I guess they're supposed to fall off there anyway. Okay, Squidward, are you ready? Are you ready for the secret entrance? Because if you pull on this fish, you can have him go through the secret compartment. And there he is. You can easily take him out, which is awesome. Let's try to display this. Let's put Squidward here, Patrick here. How weird, the lobster monster doesn't have a pin, so I guess he's gonna torment Patrick. The only real downside I have to this set is, first off, the plank not really working for me, and I wish there was more characters from the movie. For instance, this would have been a perfect set to include Barb, because in the movie, that's Dutchman's crewmate. Why not include her? Or Mr. Krabs. Mr. Krabs would have been a good one. I noticed they tend to leave out Mr. Krabs a lot, but other than those 2 things, this is a really cool display piece, and I'm sure kids will get a lot of mileage out of this. Honestly, if I was a kid when this movie was coming out, I would absolutely be begging my mom for this. But that's gonna do it for my Search for Squarepants video. I am really excited for this movie, and I already bought tickets for an early showing, so I'm pretty excited for that. But are you excited for the movie? Are you excited for the merch? Do you think the movie's gonna be any good? Feel free to comment below. And as always, it's all Sab from here.